Alright guys, welcome to the video. We're going to be playing the Kanonen Jagdpanzer 105. I just decided to jump on tanks. I haven't been off on a weekend, like officially, in a very long time. So, it's a Saturday morning, I've already done a couple things. It just feels different, man, being off on the weekends. And I'm deciding to give this tank a go. It's very fun to play. It's very quick, and I haven't played it in a long time. I was looking at the videos that I've brought to you guys, and it's been a really long time since we played the Kanonen Jagdpanzer 105. It's something a little bit different from the light tanks, and this thing is like, I swear you can almost sometimes play it like a light. It's that quick, right? And, the aiming time is actually really good on this thing. The dispersion is good. It's just sometimes the gun is trollish for weird reasons that I don't know. The DPM is not great, guys. That's one thing that I have to note on this tank. The DPM is not great. I am running it right now with improved aiming class 1, vents, and then gun rammer. And I think that's the only way I run it, yeah. And there was a point in time where I was very close to 3-marking this thing. And I kind of wanted to do that. I got up to like 93%, and then it just kept going down from there. And the games were not great. But we have a 57% win rate in this thing with 1,800 damage averaged, and I don't think that's awful. Again, the DPM is not great on this thing, so you kind of just have to... This is the type of tank destroyer where you're constantly taking a shot and then looking for the best spot to go to after that. The reality of the situation is there's not a lot of maps that have like multiple tank destroyer positions where you can continue to progress on the map. But on some maps that is the case, and that's kind of what you want to do in this thing. You can poke up, shoot, and then relocate. It's that quick where you can make that work, right? You just don't have a ton of gun depression, but a well-placed shot, I think it's 390 a shot, it will help the team, certainly, right? So you can continue to reposition, and then this way the DPM is not so much of a problem. If you're constantly repositioning to better locations to get better, easy shots, you're going to be better off than the waffle panzer in the back or whatever, that is having to place a much better shot because he or she is another 200 yards away or whatever the heck, right? So that's how I play this thing, guys. Again, I'm not a Unicum player, and I'm also not really a tank destroyer player, so I'm sure there's people that have 3-marked this tank that might watch this, and they're certainly better than me, but we're going to give it our best shot. I already popped boosters, and crew, full brothers in arms, snapshot, smooth ride, intuition, situational awareness, full concealment, recon, almost full, and then repairs, and we also have 99% controlled impact, so I ram people at the end of the game, because you have the speed, right, and that adds to your damage. So let's get into the games and see what we can do with this thing. And I was just texting my dad saying I'm officially off on weekends again if you want to play tanks. And he told me he carried a game last night in the M10. 3,045 damage and 5 kills. Jeez, man. It's a wonder that he hasn't 3-marked these vehicles, man. He's 2-marked the Wolverine. And I think he's 2-marked the M10. I don't know how he hasn't 3-marked the Wolverine, because he's like 98th percentile in that tank or something or other. I don't know. Alright, let's see. Paris is kind of shit, honestly, if I'm just being completely honest, for this tank. But yeah, I would like to note, guys, this is the official setup I went with. You can definitely run 2 setups. I just don't care enough to do so, but you can run this thing with like optics and low noise exhaust if you want to get creative, right? I'm telling you, like, whenever I do a session in this vehicle, there's always people that comment like, oh, I play it like this, I play it like that. Like, kindly, I don't mean they're like bragging about it, but everyone has like their own way of like playing this tank, because you can almost play it like a light tank, right? You can get very creative with your setups in this tank. And no one's coming here, so I'm just going to sit over here. But yeah, I mean, don't be afraid to like run optics on this thing, or binocs, or whatever you want, And you can almost play it like a light sometimes, if you want. Like similar to almost how you play like Amex ELC BIS, right? Like something like that. Like where you're kind of poking up in a certain area, spotting people yourself, and then backing up and taking the shot, right? Like something like that. Yeah, and on tier 6s, this thing is absolutely going to melt tier 6s off the map, so... I'm going to put my reticle right here and just wait for the T-20 to get lit again. Borisk, if he's running CVS, should be able to spot him. He does, 365 in the face. And we're not even getting spotted in a return here, which is pretty good. And I'm trying to sit right on the edge. Because if we get blind fired, if it's from the opposite bush on the other side, if you know what I mean, it's probably going to be like this. Or something like that. So I'm trying to not be in there. In that area. You know what I mean? Just kind of barely come around the corner here. And just sit right here. Excuse me, guys. It's allergies. I was just outside. I'm really sorry. There's just nothing I can really do about it, you know? I don't want to, like, blow my nose mid-video. It's May in Texas, and man, it usually around even like late March, you start to get the allergies, man, because things bloom like so much faster here. Because it gets hotter so much quicker, you know, like in New Jersey, man. I never ran into that problem. I should have, that was my own fault. I rushed that shot a little bit, and that's what I mean about this gun. It just does that sometimes. Like, you really have to fully aim the shots in this tank. It's not a snapshot type of tank. I wish it was, but it's not. But yeah, I like never had allergies in New Jersey. I have them here because it's just, the state is different, man. Like, around this time of the year, oh my god, man. I had a little bit of allergies in New Jersey, but here it's like, it's brutal, man, around this time. Definitely going to be lit for that, so we got to be careful. This is going to be a loss. There's just nothing I can really do about it. I'm going to try and get one more shot to this guy. There we go, 373. And we'll also pull out and take a shot at the M6. What's perfect about this tank is it has just enough, like the reload time is just long enough where you go dark right when you're going to pull back out again. That's what I like about it. I think we'll go side plate here. Right there, 375. Am I like the only one doing damage on this team, or what's going on here? Just missed that shot. The APCRs have really good shell velocity, guys. Keep this in mind. I'm kind of surprised that one didn't go in. Ferdinand's kind of behind me. I'd like to try and get one more, I think, going this direction. Let's see if we can do that. Go for the M6. It's the easiest shot. Go for the M6 again. And now at this point I'd like to start running down. Let the T-52 hold this for now, because yeah, like VK is going to come around like this. I'm going to track him. I'm going to pull back. Start going, you know, back to back with the T-50, hopefully. Let's see if we can eliminate this guy. Good. And now Super Hellcat's coming from behind. I'm going to turn, I think, actually, at this point. Clean him up. Hellcat's going to jump off. MT-25 is going to jump off, maybe. Okay. Just trying to get maybe some ramming damage on MT-25. 31, 11 damage, and 28 assists. 3 kills, guys. Good game for us, but our team was just not so good, can we say. So it was actually the Hellcat that got the cleanup kill. Maybe if the Hellcat didn't shoot, we would have got a little more ramming damage on the MT, but it's fine. Not bad, though. Oh, that was okay, right? 3,100 damage. I think that's pretty good, considering the DPM of this vehicle and all. Yeah, we're just trying to make up for too many people. I mean, to be fair, there was only a couple of tier 8s in this game, so this was a really good, like, matchmaking for us. But, it is what it is. I'm just gonna, like, breathe in really hard. 1 second. Just kind of clear my throat good, man. It's so annoying starting these videos and then like all this congestion, dude. All right, so for this game, or this map rather, sometimes I've even gone to the west. The thing with going to the west, right, is you want a couple people there, but then what ends up happening most games is like 4 or 5 of your freaking players will just sit on the west and do nothing. And if the enemy team is good and they understand that you have like a third of the team there, they're just gonna take this rest of the map, right? Like, I was going to say zones 2 and 3, but you guys might have not seen my video where I described zones 1, 2, and 3 of this map, like, a long time ago. But, like, the donut, right? Like, both donuts, they'll just take that, and then you're effed. Like, your whole team is just screwed, because you don't have enough firepower to counter the heavy push that they're doing in what I call zones 2 and 3, the donuts. Gonna wait for a shot on a light tank going this way, but I think both of them got spotted. Yeah, over there. Waiting to see if these guys are gonna get aggressive here. Okay, 361 in the face to him. Nomad's trying to make a poke here. What do we got? What do we got? Sante. There we go. Fully aim those shots. Get one into the Progetto, or Basante rather. Nomad made it up, unfortunately, without me getting a shot to him. It's fine. So we only have the Lanson over here. Two of our heavies went this way. I don't know. This isn't the worst. Okay, this isn't the worst deployment I've ever seen, but it's not great because we have no one on the east. So we just missed that shot. The track ate it, unfortunately. It doesn't eat that one, though. 367 to the Basante. Very stupid area to poke. Do not poke this area, guys. It's really just not a smart play. The BZ is doing much better because it blocks you, right? This rock formation blocks TDs from hitting you. So I'd highly recommend you guys poke there instead. You just have to watch the mid and stuff like that. Like this donut, where the Borisk is and stuff. That's what you got to watch out for. Because people will get crossfire on you if you poke out too much. That wasn't even close to where I aimed it, fortunately. Okay, let's see if we can help with this Type 59. Just tell this guy to keep retreating. Like, I don't have a shot, man. This is not a good area to go to, man. This corner, because, like, no one can help you. That's the big problem over there. Like, I have no shot. I could move, but... Again, like I said, guys, this tank can reposition, but it just depends on the map. And, like, I feel like we're in the best position right now. You know what I mean? Because we have all these shots. So... You can reposition, but you don't want to, like, bite off more than you can chew. If you can do it safely, then do it. We haven't really had to do that yet. But, like, once the game starts progressing, so, like, now is when I kind of want to start moving away from here. And maybe we'll go, like, to the west or something. And see how quick you can reposition now. This is what makes up for the DPM being garbage, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I'm thinking we can just sit, like, right here or something. I think these bushes will give us enough cover where we shouldn't be spotted if we poke. Like this. And just let them kind of do the spotting. TS5 can poke this, and he arguably should poke this, because he has my support now. I mean, if there were more people here, but they're not going to push now, so... If there were more people in front of us, then I can understand that, but... I'm just going to do it for him. It's fine, man. Maybe someone has CVS and he's getting lit? I highly doubt that, though. It's E5. The Borsk is on the hill. Yeah, there's no one that can have CVS here. It might just be that his concealment is not good enough. I'm going to just go at this point. I need the TS5's armor to really make this work, though. Let's see if the E5 is still here. There he is. Okay, come back. Scorpion's right there. That's fine. I'll take that one. That's fine. I'm going to go to HEs. If E5 comes out, the other guy should have shots. Okay, I'll let the E5 go. I'm gonna... Okay, I'm just gonna go for the Scorpion. That's fine. Go to APCRs, and hopefully we can get the cleanup kill on this guy. I'm gonna ram him. Beautiful. This is why I run that trait on the driver. 2,778 damage, guys. 203 assists, 2 kills. This session's going very well. Very well. I mean, I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's good. This is, for me, like, not playing this tank for this long too. I'm very happy with these first 2 games. So, if we play a third and it's also really good, then I'll probably just end it here. 90k for a mission. What mission was that? Jeez. We'll apply this. Nice, nice. Okay, let's go again. Malinovka. Where do we want to be on Mal? So like, as a tank destroyer player, whenever I play with the Waffle Panzer, I always put it right here. The problem is, this window, you can actually get spotted through this window at the standard bush. So you got to be really cautious about how you poke that, but with this tank, I think we might be okay. I think it's low. We'll see. We'll see. Because I really like sitting here. I think it's a really good spot. Do we even have a light tank? I don't even think we have light tanks. So this is one of those situations where, like, if I had a second setup and I was running like low noise exhaust and optics, I would probably use it and try and poke this bush. But I just like don't care enough to play like that. I'd rather just sit in the back because it's something different, right? Like for me, playing a tank destroyer, the Kanonen, or any tank destroyer, I'd rather just do damage. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care enough to like truly want to play like a light tank when all I do is play lights anyway. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's see if we can hit this Progetto. I wasn't spotted taking that shot, so we shouldn't be lit doing this. There he is. Oh, I just missed, man. Very, very close. The shell velocity, like I said, is really good on this tank, and I'm very surprised that one didn't hit. But sometimes, I know that this has been disproven, but I swear, like, this tank is one of those tanks where you think that it throws shells on, like, the outside of the reticle. Like, I swear this is an actual thing, but it was disproven by, I forget the name of the guy. He does, like, some of those trollish videos on YouTube. But he basically disproved that this is an actual thing. That some guns throw more shells on the outside of the reticle. But I swear with this gun, like, it's just, I don't know if it's like a personal experience with some people, because some people say some guns are more accurate than others. But with this tank, for me personally, I always feel like a lot of times it throws shells on the outside of this reticle. That's just the way I feel about the Kanonen Jagdpanzer, man. The aiming time is really good. The dispersion is 0.27, but I swear it flings shells on the outer side of the reticle, like, all the time. And I just don't understand that. Why it feels like that in one tank and not the other. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it. The maths don't make sense. Like, why would it feel that way in one tank and not a different one? When you're talking about similar dispersion values. Like, for instance, I feel like the T100LT has more accurate shots with, like, 0.39 dispersion or whatever it is than this thing at 0.27. Like, it just, that doesn't make sense, right? Like, explain to me, like, I just don't get it, man. I feel like the T100LT always puts shots towards the middle. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. Alright, I'm going to try and do something here. We've had 2 good games. I'm going to get slightly aggressive and see if I can poke here. Okay, there's the Panther. Change of plans. Do I have a shot on this guy, or he's down the hill? He's down the hill, kind of. I was going to try and, like, come way out and go up here, but we're not going to do that anymore, considering that the Panther just appeared here. Good. We got 561 assists from it. I really should have had it set up with optics or something like that. That would have been smart. Because I actually probably would have run that. But I like the vents, man. It gives me some view range, and it gives me gun accuracy and stuff like that. We're just going to come up here. I haven't even used any of the heat rounds yet. I want to support the hill, because the hill is the most important part of this map. I don't even think that's one to be argued. I really think the hill is the most important part of this map. And so let's load the heats, actually. And we're going to poke up right here in this area. .330mm a pen with the heats. I'm going to try and support these BZ-176s. Yeah, we're going to get slaughtered this game. I should have been here even sooner, maybe. But that goes in. Like, what the heck, man? What the heck? I don't think we can pen his turret even with the beads. Racked him. We'll take that. Okay, good shot to the Progetto. Watch this Indian. Okay, there's enough terrain there to kind of block his view range. Going to the Nomad. We're just trying to support these 176s, man. Good, he cleans up the Nomad. I'm just going to ping the Indian so people are aware of him. What else we got here? Can we get a shot to this Lova or something? Nice. 176s are so fucking OP, dude. Good. Got the Skoda, the cap. Bringing this one back, man, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. We're running out of tanks. Okay, good. That's good. Good. Not even spotted from that. We're still loading the heats, spamming the heat rounds. Supporting these 176s, man. Just keep supporting the 176s. They're so freaking OP. CS53 cleaning up this guy down here, too, was a huge play. Because we would have got backsided, and the G-Sword being down here to kind of block this G-Sword is also good from pushing up. So we're kind of holding certain parts of the map, which is good. Probably spotted from that. Oh. There's the Mars. I just missed that shot into the Lova. I wanted to get a little sooner. We would have been able to keep him alive. It's okay, though. Watch the BZ. Watch the BZ. Okay, I'm actually going to run at this point because I think I can get away from here. I might be able to get away from here. Put these trees in between me and the BZ. Be really nice if the CS would come and help me. I have to reset the cap. I have to at least try, because that's what's going to extend this game. There's a Kanonen. I'm ignoring him. Okay. I don't think we're going to get out of this. Yeah. No way, man. I wish the CS came back a little bit sooner, but there's no, like, at that point, like, I have to press the cap because we only had like 15 seconds left, you know, and I can't spot them from there. A good game, though, guys. Wasn't that a good game? 3 good games in this tank. We're going to end it here. This might be the only World of Tanks I play today. Might play with my dad a little bit tonight, but 3 games in this tank. It's a good session for you guys. Like, I'm done, at least with this tank for sure. 32, 23 damage, 561 assist. What a brilliant freaking session this was. I think we played the tank very well. I'm sure we could have played it even better, but I think I did what I had to do. Racking the 416 too. That was fun. I never get racks ever, man. Like the last, because I play like light tanks, you know, and they're smaller calibers. I can't remember the last time I racked someone. Hunter. Destroy 100 vehicles of the feline family. So that's all the German tanks. Yeah, I mean, dude, this was a great game, dude. I mean, we did everything we could. The only thing I wish is we hit the Lova just a hair sooner. I kind of like saw him there, and then he moved up a little bit more, and I couldn't get the silhouette on him fast enough. And I was looking for it, and we hit him, but it was too late. He had already cleaned up the BZ-176. So if we got that shot off sooner, the BZ might have been able to get one more shot. I still don't think we would have been able to win this game. But I think we supported people really, really, really well, man. And again, we only won 1 of the 3 games, but like, look at this, dude. I mean, this is 11K WTR in a tank destroyer for me. Almost a 6K single WTR. And we averaged 3,037 damage and 371 assistance, giving us almost 34, yeah, actually like 3,400 combined. And so the third mark on this thing is 2641. So if we were to keep this up, you know, easy 3 mark, right, guys? We're back at 90%. If I play this thing enough, we will get it. Like, we would get it if I continue to play this thing, but, like, we'd be at over 100%, man, if we played it like this all the time. So that's it, guys. A freaking 11K WTR session in the Kanonen Jagdpanzer. I should just get off and not play again all day. But I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care until then, and bye-bye now.